is a thing that I feel like we deliberately should take it as seriously as the Bible does, because it talks about it all the time. Just be of good courage, and it keeps saying, do not be afraid, do not be afraid. So if we are to move forward, then we have to overcome fear.
Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie. It's Lifestyle Thursday. It's the fourth and final piece that we are doing with Shitaqua. Very creative and all things lifestyle. Karibu. Where can people see you perform these days, or when you do your gigs?
Well, I'm doing this undercover thing right now.
Really?
Yeah, thanks to you.
Okay, good. Thanks to me?
Yeah, I'm regrouping and
That is very important. You must regroup to re-strategize.
Yes.
That is so awesome. Yes, that's good.
So something that happened in this space in August gave birth to a lot of changes.
Is that Unstuck? Can I
Yes.
see? Was it the Unstuck conference?
Unstuck conference,
Good.
yeah.
August 8th, 2020.
Yes. So it gave birth to a lot of changes, which meant I love how God works, because I never need to go and tell people I'm changing because of this. No, He just makes sure that He tells everyone else. So I went to work and all of us were like, yeah, we're changing. So we're coming out of doing regular gigs into doing event gigs, which is kind of good, both for the money and for my schedule, and allowing me to do all the things that God is telling me I need to do. Yes. So that's a good thing. So it just means that you have to follow me on social media to know where I am at all the time.
You will share the handles?
Yes, at Shitaqua, everywhere at Shitaqua. Yeah.
And how do you spell Shitaqua? With a QWA, like
Q-U-A. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
just
how I
think
spell
about
it.
an inverted quiver and then, yeah.
But I think that's important, because we've just had a conversation with SK Blue, just re-emphasizing about time, money, and energy. And therefore, that re-strategizing is going to allow you to make better use of your time.
Yes.
And your energy.
Yes.
And make more money. This is it.
Yeah.
And as a child of God, you don't have to be everywhere.
That's very true.
It has to be strategic.
Yes.
And also, when we say we're coming from a position of rest, what is rest?
Exactly.
Same things I hear even like Daddy Gio pray for people and say, you will do 10 years work in 2 years.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then there's so much more for you, Shitaqua. Because I think of David. I'm always talking about David. David was a king, but he started off as a musician.
Yes.
Even that same SK Blue. I always find it so hard to imagine that he was a musician. Now he's doing private equity.
I know.
So you see, there's more. There's the gift, yes. And your gift will open doors for you and make room for you and present you before great men and women.
Yeah.
But there's more.
Actually, that's one of the things I really love about being around you, because that's what it affirmed it. Because I used to feel it, but then I'm like, but then people will think I'm such a everything person. But then being around you has affirmed that I need to display God's splendor in every way. It doesn't just have to be professionally. It has to be
in professional music.
Exactly. So yeah, it has really affirmed me, and I'm excited about the new ventures.
And I think it's creativity as well. It will still be professional, but there's a lot of creativity.
Exactly.
And there's a lot more in Shitaqua that we have to draw out.
Yes.
Because you see, when I talk about David, I say David had the possibility of getting stuck at being a good musician. He was a very good one, because the Bible tells us demons left Saul. Now that is very amazing.
Yeah.
You can play music and they leave. So he was really good at being a musician.
Yeah.
He was really good at being a shepherd. But all this time, his role was to be a king.
Yeah. I think
and to keep peace between two kingdoms. But
yeah, it's actually very important that we're talking about it in the beginning of another decade. That you're not caught up in the past, but you keep doing, like understanding the times and seasons and moving accordingly.
And then doing what is relevant for that season. That is very important, because people have to morph and change and move into the next. A lot of fear paralyzes us. Somebody said the opposite of great is good. Because it's true, because you can be good at something, but there's something greater.
Yeah.
But you're not going to go for the greater because you're good.
Exactly.
I've been hearing a lot, even this year, about staying in the status quo. But just stay, because this is working. If it's broke, don't fix it. But no, we need to challenge ourselves to other things.
Exactly.
And be open to other opportunities. And even if you investigate that fear, the only thing that's causing that fear is what will people say. There's nothing
That's
else.
true. Yeah.
Nothing else is driving that fear.
Yeah.
Because you have it, you can think it, you're placing things in your head. But the idea that it can be done brings fear.
Exactly.
And then you say, no, I'm not going to even try.
Yeah. Fear is so not cool.
It really isn't. And I think you're very good for me because you keep encouraging me, which is good. And with you, I spend time with you. See, that's the thing with mentorship.
Yeah.
And maybe the mentorship and the coaching and the model is we spend time together.
Yeah.
And so even the things that you're saying, you just see. So you're there, or you're part of, like we always say, serving is powerful. Because you're there. You also have access.
Yes.
To see the miracles. Like you see, if you told me how have you encouraged Shitaqua, I would not have said all the things you've said. I would not even have known they've affected you or they've made an impact on you, but they have.
Yeah.
And that is what is the important thing, Shitaqua.
Yeah. So after I did my last exam, the grade 8, I think, London College of Music, and I passed, I was like, this is what I was scared. This is what I was scared of. Yeah. But also it made a difference because now I was paying for myself. I was like, the parents are not involved in this. You have to pass. Yeah, but it's really cool. And fear really is a thing that I feel like we deliberately should take it as seriously as the Bible does, because it talks about it all the time. Just be of good courage, and it keeps saying, do not be afraid, do not be afraid. So if we are to move forward, then we have to overcome fear. Yeah.
Wow. And lastly, since we got here, what would you tell your younger self, or somebody who's a young Shitaqua starting out or wants to start out on music? What would you tell them?
Don't throw tantrums. Just go through the process. Yes, do the degree in something that your folks think you should, because music does not pay, because it will come in handy. And trust God. Trust what God is up to.
And I think I'd like to add, maybe, is trust your instinct. Because how come you signed up with the right people and didn't sign up with the wrong people?
Yeah.
I think there's a way that you have to have discernment and trust that instinct, that inner strength that says you can do this and don't do this.
Exactly. Yeah. I would actually listen to myself more. That would save me a lot of time. Yeah, because I lost a lot of time wondering whether, and find someone who you can align with and be vulnerable with. Yeah, because some of the things I've been able to do from being vulnerable with you and aligning to you, I've done them in days. That something that would have taken me a year to get myself to do, I've done it in days.
And I think sometimes it's because when you say that, I'm thinking sometimes we want to do something. So when you sound it off me, me, I don't have the fear. Me, I'm just like casually. I didn't even understand how serious. Maybe how you have labored over this thing. Then you mention it, then I'll be like, yeah, but of course, do this. So I'm just giving answers, and you're thinking,
exactly
what? But that's good because you have then been vulnerable, and then we can point you in a different direction.
Yeah, it's very important. Yeah,
I like. And then because you're such a beautiful young woman, hey, Team Mafisi, they have not tried to do their very best.
Well,
or how do you deal with that?
When I was in campus, I had a boyfriend. Thanks. Yeah,
the stories come
it's
out.
Important. Yeah,
it's important.
It's important for someone who's here right now. I had a boyfriend. I was naive. I was brought up in a very conservative environment, and so automatically to me that meant a husband. This is going to be my husband. I took him through my whole pep talk, like the checklist and everything, and he was like, "Yeah, I comply." Hey, Gafla bin Vu. No sooner. He started manifesting some things, and I was like, thanks. So for me, since then, it really made me very protective of my space. So I kept saying, now that I allowed my naivety to get in the way, how about now we allow God to lead? Yeah, so after that, there were many people asking, and I just did not feel a thing. I was waiting for that thing, effervescence. Yeah, and I didn't feel it, so I just said no until the one who asked me, and I felt it, and I was like,
Thank God we know him.
thank
Hallelujah.
God. If you know, you know.
If you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know.
Follow her.
Thanks.
Social media, you might find out.
Might keyword.
Yeah, but he really is an amazing person as well.
So I think that's what made me, and also let's be let's speak the truth rather, that my mom is like a lioness. Yeah, so just the thought of
very important point.
Important point.
African mothers.
Important
very
point
important
is that
point.
my mom can even perceive someone next to you. She's like, who is that breathing next to you?
Yeah, we're supposed to be able to do such
She's actually ever asked me that question. Who is that? And I was like, Mom, it's my friend. I was like, tell her to speak so that I can know it's a woman. Please. Yeah, so because of that, I've always never wanted to let down my folks. So, you know, even when you feel like I can tell God, just give me a second, I test this out, I can always see my mom just going like, I will smack you. Yeah. So, yeah, that has also helped. She constantly is, you know, CIA, FBI, trying to find out.
That's what Athia calls me, CIA and FBI. She says I make a very good agent. FBI and CIA, I'm here. If you need me, please. I tell her that is my work. I don't understand why people ask. Which other assignment do you want me to do? This child came out from the inside of me. I must be the CIA and the FBI. And because now you're getting older and you don't want to say many things,
yes,
then now we must perceive.
Yeah, so
with
my mom actually
my heavenly Father
helps me to, and it helps that she's my friend. So she's like, what are you doing? What are you up to? Where are you going to? Who are these? I need a number of your friend, because now we don't live in the same town anymore. She's like, I need a number of your friend that I can call if I can't find you, because I need my sanity. I need a number of your boss. I need the number of, you know, I need to know where you stay, what the guard is called, all those things. Yeah. So it's really important. I feel like we try to run away from it, especially people from my generation. We try to run away from it, but accountability is everything.
it is.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Otherwise, I would be having 3 children by now. Yeah.
Accountability is everything. Leadership. The things that I'm flowing with this season is accountability, leadership, discipline, and authenticity. And consistency.
Yes.
Because you can't have leadership without consistency.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And wow, looking forward to see what the decade holds.
Yeah.
And what the future holds.
Yes.
And what the more is. The creative more that is coming out of you, and the passion and the things that God is speaking.
Yeah, I'm excited. Awesome. I'm very excited.
I am too, Shitaqua. God bless you guys. Say bye. Bye.
Bye.